heaven itself, which is the kingdom of God. Now is the time of God's mercy.
Good day everyone, and welcome back to my channel, First World Traveller. I'm on campus at UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles, and I've spent the last 2 days traipsing around Hollywood and LA to give you 10 things to do when you're in this area of the world. Now, it hasn't been the easiest video to film. You'll find out why as you go through this, and my hair is probably a good indication of that. So without further ado, let's go! Okay, we're at point number 1, which is the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Now, this is the first of 2 cemeteries on this list, and I'd just like to point out before I go in that I'm not allowed to film video in there because I've already been told off by the security guard. Now, Hollywood is obviously famous for celebrities living here. Strangely enough, they also die here. Therefore, there are a few cemeteries located around with names you may recognise. Now, when I was researching this place, to be honest, I only recognised one name. That's Mel Blanc. You can see this right here. He's the guy, the comedian guy that said "that's all folks" at the end of all the Bugs Bunny cartoons. You can see by his grave there's actual Bugs Bunny cuddly toy, which is brilliant. You'll also notice in this cemetery that many of the people here are Jewish in origin. You can tell this by the names, things like Zimmerman, Rothstein, etc. and the Star of David on a lot of the graves. So that is the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. As I said, there's going to be another cemetery later on, so stay tuned. Welcome to point number 2. This is on Hollywood Boulevard. This is the Museum of Death. Yes, it's a museum about death, carnage, autopsies, serial killers, mass murder and cannibalism. Unfortunately, again, you cannot take photos or videos inside. Can you sense a theme? You need a strong stomach in this place. There are graphic photos of autopsies which are with apparently a small child conducting the autopsy. There is photos of death, mayhem and carnage in the California area. Absolutely crazy thing to do in Hollywood.
Go to Fred Siegel, you'll find them there. Laughing loud so all the little people stare. Looking for a daddy to pay for the champagne. Drop a name. What happened to the dream of a girl president? She's dancing in the video next to 50 Cent. They travel in packs of 2 and 3 with their itsy bitsy doggies and their teeny weeny teeth.
Okay, point number 3 is slightly more mainstream. Everyone's heard of this one. As you can see down there, I'm on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So quite simply, let's just go and have a look at what celebrities we can find. Let's go.
Oh, I could hide neath the wing of the bluebird as she sings. The 6 o'clock alarm would never ring.
Steve Guttenberg, classic Cocoon.
The free gift from
Jesus
God.
Christ is the eternal God.
Happy days.
You don't have
Heaven
to
and
do
earth, everything there is,
Jesus
was
made
made
it all.
by Jesus Christ.
Sorry love, I'm an atheist.
Believe in the Lord Jesus.
Say clipper. Yeah. Right.
It's just over there, if you can hear me over the noise. It's the Dolby Theatre or the Kodak Theatre. This is where the Oscars have been held since 2002. It was built in '97 and finished construction in 2001. I was here last time in February 2005, which is when the Oscars were. So if you want to see some celebs, come here in February. It also doubles as a shopping centre, which is the Hollywood and Highland shopping centre. Basically, you just walk into the Dolby Theatre and there you are in the Hollywood and Highland shopping centre. I just bought this for $29, an epic Brazil wallet from United Streets of Art. There's all these bags in there and everything. Lovely. So if you like shopping, come here, because you've got Guess right in front of me. You've got Victoria's Secret. Oh my god, let's go get some lingerie. Maybe not. And as you can see, it's very pretty. Got a nice little fountain in the middle for kids and bubbles flying everywhere. So yeah, this is the Hollywood and Highland shopping centre.
Disease is growing, it's epidemic. I'm scared that there ain't a cure. The world believes it and I'm going crazy. I cannot take any more. I'm so glad that I'll never fit in. That will never be me. Outcast and girls with ambition. That's what I wanna see.
So against the dulcet tones of Jennifer Lopez, Jenny from the block, I'm off to point number 6 now. Let's go. Point number 6 is the Hollywood Museum. This is located just off Hollywood and Highland area, and it costs $15. If you're a huge fan of old school film stars and looking at relics and artifacts from the old days of film and TV, then make sure you come here. There are a number of floors. It's actually an old factory, a Max Factor makeup factory. On these floors, there's things like a Marilyn Monroe exhibition, which you can see here, Jean Harlow, Baywatch, Harry Potter. But the best bit for me was the dungeon, which is underneath, obviously. This is all about horror films. So you've got one amazing bit, which is the actual set of The Silence of the Lambs, the scene where Clarice Starling interrogates the Anthony Hopkins character Hannibal Lecter. These scenes were originally filmed at Universal Studios, but after filming was done, the whole set was moved to the Max Factor building, and it took 4 months to do. It's absolutely wicked if you're a huge fan of those sorts of films. Okay, point number 7 is more of a tip than a thing to do. It's all about public transport. I'm at Westwood and Rancho train station in LA. It's near Beverly Hills, and I'm going to tell you how to get around in LA. Now, the number one way of getting around is by car. You'll see cars everywhere in LA. Due to this, the traffic is ridiculous. So if you're in a position to get a car, why don't you use Enterprise? That's the cheapest one I found. It's about $30 a day. And I've been told by someone in my Airbnb that they do weekend rates as well, which are substantially cheaper. If, however, you'd rather get the train, why not use the LA Metro? Now, you'd expect LA, being a big city in the world, to have a large and extensive train system. However, it doesn't really. It does have one, however, it's not particularly extensive. And it is in the process of being extended, as you can see here. To get the Metro, just get one of these. This is a tap card. Now, a single trip on a tap card costs $1.75, which, to be honest, is probably the most economical I've found throughout the whole world in the last 7 months. So make sure you get one. So let me go and show you how to top your card up. So it's very simple. Just tap your card down there. Job done. And select the one you want. So Metro Pass is single and unlimited rides on Metro. You can do various other options. The Metro one-way trip is where I said about the $1.75, and the stored value bit is where you can simply top up, where you can simply top up your card with the respective amount. Okay, earlier in this video I did tell you I was going to come to another graveyard. Well, I'm here. This is point number 8. This is the Pierce Brothers Westwood Village Memorial Park. It's located near Beverly Hills and Brentwood area, out to the west of LA. Now, in this graveyard you will find many more celebrities which are probably more well known to you. For example, the following: Jackie Collins, the famous author. She died in 2015. She's obviously the sister of Joan Collins. Secondly, you've got Heather O'Rourke. Who's she, I hear you ask? Well, if you remember the classic film from 1982, one of my favourite films, Poltergeist, she played Carol Ann, the little blonde girl who was told to step into the light, Carol Ann. Okay, that was a bad impression. But she is also buried here. You've also got people like Dean Martin, and probably the most well-known one, Marilyn Monroe, as you can see right here. So if you're a Marilyn Monroe fan, or just in general a fan of famous film stars from the past, then make sure you visit Westwood Village. Okay, we're back to the beginning now. We are at point number 9, which is UCLA, the University of California, Los Angeles. It's very impressive, I must say. The buildings, the architecture, fascinating. I've always wanted to come to a proper American college, you know. And also, I believe this college, university, has been used on many TV shows. I believe Buffy the Vampire Slayer was filmed here in season 4 when Buffy and Willow went to college. I think. I will confirm next to my head if that's the case. I'll look after because I haven't researched it. Okay, I'm pretty certain that this area with these steps and over there as well was used in the Buffy episode I'm talking about. I'll try and find the scenes I'm talking about and put them to the side of my head. Okay, on to point number 10. Now these are basically honourable mentions based on my last trip to LA, which was in 2005 as I mentioned earlier. The first point, the Viper Room. This is a bar stroke club located off Sunset Boulevard. This is very famous for River Phoenix having a heroin overdose on the pavement outside. Secondly, I've already mentioned Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so if you're a Buffy fan, head to Cota Avenue and visit Buffy's house. Amazing, the actual filming location where Buffy's house was filmed. Additionally, you have Torrance High School, which doubled as both the school in Buffy, again, and also the school in Beverly Hills 90210. And lastly, my last honourable mention is Rodeo Drive. This is a classic shopping area, high-end, very high-end, lots of very affluent people. If you're going to go there, make sure you dress nicely. Yeah, I bought my nice Zara jacket with me today, but I didn't end up going there. So it's time to leave LA for now. I will be back in a few weeks. If you found this video useful, make sure you do the like down the bottom, leave me a comment as well. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. Next up on my channel is something literally amazing that I've been waiting the whole trip for. Yes, it's time to go tornado chasing, starting in Dallas in a couple of days. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I'll catch you later.